Hello everyone, so this is going to be a question and answer video. This is from Matthew, who's who's just joined the membership for the timing. He says, I've been through your free online course on YouTube. I already had technical analysis know-how and do apply money management. Can you show me how to integrate your timing into my trading? Okay, thanks Matthew. All right, so this is because of Matthew. First of all, let's take a look at what we have in the members area, and let's get me into small mode here. Right. Now, first of all, it doesn't really matter what type of technical analysis you do. It really doesn't. There are thousands, literally hundreds maybe of thousands of YouTubers out there, okay, so doing all this kind of technical analysis stuff, and everybody's got their own kind of method. But you have to understand, just like our faces are different, we're all different, and because we're all different, the way we approach the market is different. So if you have your own kind of approach, then timing is perfect, because then you can say, well, this is where I think the market is going to buy or sell, and you know, is the swing day appropriate? Then you got double the confidence, because first of all, you got technical analysis approach, which works for you, and then we got the timing approach. So this is for last week, okay, and I've already done a recap of last week, so feel free to check it out. So once you know the swing days, mind you, you can check here as well that I've already posted the full month of December, okay, as well. So from the 1st of December to 2nd of January, all the swing days and the trading hours are already posted. All you have to do is, first of all, whatever you're trading, okay, and also if you've learned timing from me, you can do this for any asset you want, okay. So if you're trading, I don't know, whatever, Google, Tesla, Microsoft, or cryptos or whatever, then you can also use the same methods for that. But for the membership area, these are the 6 things that I'm looking at. So that's for the swing days, right? And then I've got the trade hours for every day: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Now I don't work Friday, so there's normally not a video on Friday, but sometimes occasionally I do a video on Fridays, but I don't work Fridays. And on the website you can also see that I work Monday to Thursdays. And I don't do Saturday, Sunday if you're doing crypto. So, okay, that's another thing. And that's it. So once you have the information, the swing days and the trading hours, all you have to do then is to look at what you want to trade. So for example, if you're doing, what have I got here? Okay, so this is on MetaTrader 5. I've got the indices. Now I use MetaTrader 4 and 5. But you can use whatever you want. If you want to use TradingView, you can. So what do you have to do basically? For example, this is Bitcoin, right? What did I have for Bitcoin? I said for Bitcoin this week, Tuesday, right? Now today is a Sunday. Let's put a mark on Tuesday. So a vertical line. So that's Saturday, that's Sunday, Saturday, Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday. All right, so that's your Tuesday swing day. Can I actually put there? Oh, I can put, yes, I can put one of these things here. Okay, I wonder if they've got an up arrow. All right, maybe not. Okay, so I'll just put this triangle there. Okay, right here. All right, which is fine. So we have a Tuesday swing day, and I'll, whoops, oh, what a joke. All right, never mind. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of, oh, fucking hell. And here we are. Okay, so Tuesday. That's your Tuesday, all right? So we had a swing day. Now on the videos on Vimeo, You can see that on Tuesday I was okay to go long with this one. And let's take a look at actually, let's do this on this. MetaTrader 5 moves a little faster. The reason I use MetaTrader 4 is because I got a PST indicator there, which gives me a really, really good pricing. You know, you can see the breakouts much better. For example, this is gold, and I said we're going long on gold because, you know, the market had a breakout on the PST. So the gold swing days were Monday or Tuesday. There's your Monday or Tuesday. Market going up into Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So this was perfect because we had a Friday swing day. Then Monday comes to follow up and it's going all the way into Friday. So that was like perfect from Monday all the way into Friday. Okay. And we had a PST breakout. So, you know from what day to what day you got a potential to go to. And if you've got your PST indicator working as well, then, you know, obviously it's nice and easy. So this is, let's check out Bitcoin, right? So this is Bitcoin. And we had a swing day for this one. What did I say? Tuesday. And this is your Tuesday. All right. So what you have to do is on Tuesday and every day, you put your vertical lines in, which are your timings. Okay. And then you also mark in your price. Now, if you know technical analysis, then you're probably on top of your game because you know where to get in. Right. If you learn from me, you'd be looking at the cause and consequence. And this is the cause for the consequence. Okay, so you'd be doing this. You'd be saying, well, Tuesday's a swing day. What hours can I buy at what price? All right. So as you can see on Tuesday, we didn't have the price come into this zone at the trading hours. What you don't want to be doing is buying at the highs. What you want to be doing is buying in the zone. Now, if we had just technically gone in, we would have still been in the game, which is fine. But if you know the swing day and hours as well, you've got a much better chance of getting things done. Now, on Tuesday, that didn't happen. If on Tuesday you knew it was a swing day and that was the price and you went in anyway, you would have been just fine too because you knew the swing days. On Wednesday's video as well, I mentioned this. Look, we are in the zone and this is your trading hour. Okay. In fact, I got in here as well. Why? Because on Tuesday, the market had already done this price. So I figured, you know, we're going in anyway. So I had a tight stop loss on this one, which got stopped out. And then I entered again, and this one just, you know, went all the way up. As you can see, market going. And going. And going. All right, so that's Friday. Okay. And this is, as you can see, that's Friday, that's Sunday today on TradingView. So knowing the swing hours, the swing days, you're already on top of your game. So all you got to do is match it to your pricing. And that's basically it. Once you match the swing day to your price, and look how nicely it was down here. Remember, we had this zone before. So on TradingView, even if you're just using standard levels, okay, this is like demand and supply. Okay, if I know the swing days, if I know we dipped into here and I want to push it to the upside, then that's it. You're just going to use your hours and this is gold MetaTrader 4. You're just going to use your hours and your price levels. They match, and that's it. So what you've done initially, technically, is you identified a good level to get in. Okay, buy or sell. If the market is down, you want to buy, and you're looking for a swing day at a buy zone. Okay, and then the second thing you do is integrate your trading hours into that. Then you got a swing day and your trading hours, plus you are in your price zone. Okay, and if you got PST on MetaTrader 4. You don't have to have it. You know, you don't have to have it. If you know technical analysis and money management, you don't need to have it. But some people like it. I like it because I can see where I'm going. Now, also, your advantage is, compared to other people, is you also know, right, the following weeks. Okay, so for example, you already knew 24th to 28th of November a month in advance. So you can follow the swing days every week. Like, for example, on the gold, why it was like really, really easy, because we had a Friday swing day where the market made a low. And we had another swing day on a Monday, Tuesday. So it was like, okay, we're low, so let's just follow this through. And that was it. It was like a bingo trade. Okay, so it's very easy to trade it off, and all you have to do is just, you know, follow through. And Friday was the next swing day, so you can see it just went up all the way into Friday, just nice and easy. So knowing the hours to get in as well, then you're also on top of your game. And also, for example, let's take Friday for example, right? If you traded Friday, what did I give for the hours on Friday? So this is London, this is New York. Remember, this is UTC +3, so wherever you live, you've got to adjust your timing. So 10 o'clock my time in the morning, UTC +3, plus 4:20 to 5 o'clock. This is New York. And then I've got, if we have direction, target 7 o'clock and can still push to 9:35. So obviously a handy piece of information. So let's check it out. So on the platform is UTC +2. So this is going to be 9 o'clock, isn't it? Yep, 9 o'clock. This is your 9 o'clock. And the market topples all the way down. Then I've got 4:20 to 5, which is going to be 3:20 to 4 o'clock. Let's come to 3. This is a 15-minute chart, by the way. This is your 3:20 bar. And your 4 o'clock rushing to the upside. And target 7 o'clock, which is going to be 6 o'clock on the platform, which is right there. And I also had 4,205 for a target from like the beginning of the week or last week. That happened at that hour, which is great. And then I said it can still push to 9:35, which is 8:35 on the platform. And this is your 8:30 on the platform. Nice and easy. If I do this on the 15-minute chart on MetaTrader 5, this is your 3:15. This is your 6 o'clock. This is your 8:35 on the platform. Right at the top there. Beauty. All right. So now you can follow the price, not just according to a target, but according to time. And all you have to do is just manage your trade. Just push your stop loss up a little bit. If you covered the trade, that's it. Let it run and just follow through. Because once you know timing, if you got direction and you understand, that is the time we can go up to. And we've got potential to follow through. Then you're maximizing your profit and minimizing your risk. I mean, who gives you this information? Who gives you this information? Whoops. A month before, right? Think about it. This is posted on the 28th of October. For every day, look at these. You got comments. Targeting first 7 o'clock, then can follow to 10:25 or closing. Let's take a look at that Monday. Where's Monday? This is Monday. Look. Once again, platform's a little behind. So 305, 445. So that's going to be 345, isn't it? New York time. 345 is there. And then I've got 205. 205 is there. So you see how the market just rushing up here, and having that comment is already saying, well, first target 7 o'clock, then 10:25. So that's 6 o'clock. Well, look, 6 o'clock is right there. And then from here, once you target that, you can say, well, okay, let's just, because they sold here before, let's not sell and do something crazy. Okay, why? Because Monday is a swing day. You don't want to be selling on a swing day when the market is down. Okay, this is your Monday, remember? That's your Monday. And Friday was also a swing day. That's your Friday. So Friday, follow up Monday. Beautiful. So you want to buy, and you know where to follow up to. This is going to be 9 o'clock on the platform, isn't it? Because the platform's an hour behind. So 9:25 to closing. This is, ladies and gentlemen, your 9:25 here. Okay, because the 15-minute bar, let's round it to 9:30. That's your 9:30. That's it. End of story. And you want to follow it to closing, hey, you can. What do? You just push your stops to the up and follow through and get out before the market does close. Because what happens, look at the closing, just shy, starts to come down in Asia. Never mind though, you already know Tuesday hours, Wednesday hours, all in advance. So all you got to do is just plot your hours, plot your swing days, set your technical analysis. Okay, doesn't matter what platform you're using. If you need PST pricing, watch the daily video. Remember, there may not be a video on Friday because I don't work Fridays. And just, that's it, make a mental note of the prices and so on. You can do the same for the euro dollar. Okay, so euro dollar, as you can see, look, the swing days, you can see how we're following them through. What do I have? I have a zone, right? Where do I want to buy? This is not a bad buy position. Why? The market bought heavy before, comes down, it's a swing day. So let's follow it up. Where to? The next line. So all you have to do is look at your swing days. Look, you got euro dollar Wednesday. Now last week, it was here on a Thursday, I think. Okay. Or a Friday. See, that's a Friday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So as you can see, just follow from the last swing day into the highs, and that's it. And you can see the market hasn't moved much after that swing day either, because I think Wednesday was the only day this year. It was the only day. All right, and you can do this for anything you want. Okay, all you got to do is have your entry zone, match the swing day, match the trading hours on that day to enter the trade. And because you got hours and pricing as well, you know, your risk is much lower. On MetaTrader 4 as well, when I use it, I use the PST indicator on a smaller time frame as well. So let's just get rid of this. So if I come to the 15-minute chart, for example, here, what you can see on the 15-minute chart or the 1 hour chart, all right, you can see I've got levels where I can get in on a PST. Okay, so for example, if I've got a PST level here, I've got a price. You see, all of these are converted to prices up here. So I can enter those prices if the time is right as well. So for example, on a Friday, what did we have on a Friday? So I've got like 3:20 on the platform and 4 p.m. So 3:20 on the platform is there, right? So it's that bar, and you can see that's the PST, right? So let's go to the 15-minute chart. Because this is automatically updating every time the market is changing, I'm obviously going to have a line here somewhere, and when that line happens, it hits the line, it gives me a price as well. So I sometimes use that too. Now look at these levels here. Now I've had the PST on MetaTrader 4 for like, I don't know, 10 years maybe. And on YouTube, you'll find now everybody talking about volume, footprints, and all that kind of jazz, which is good to know, obviously. But I had these in from like 10, 12 years ago, all programmed into my MetaTrader 4. So sometimes people say, well, you know, there are a lot of lines here. Yeah. Are they important? Yeah. Okay. Why? Because I'm identifying an intraday level. Same with this one. On the 1 hour chart, you'll see these are weekly levels. So if a market is going up, for example, this is gold, right? If the market is going up, I want to know what those weekly volume levels are because I'm going to target them, right? So obviously I want to know. And then I'm going to target with time as well, not just price, but time. So if I have, let's say, a time, let's say this is it, right? And I've got a time period. Let's say this is the time and I've been buying. And you see these are volumes, right? If I want to go to the upside, I want to make sure my stop losses are going to be below those weekly volumes, right? This is the weekly one on the 1 hour, and this is the daily one on the 15-minute chart. So I already have those prices in mind. And because I'm matching it to time, it doesn't matter that I've got here how many lines, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, plus the PST 10 lines here. It doesn't matter. Why? Because I'm matching the timing. So look, this is price, time, bang down. And there are no times here, but it's a price zone. So do I want to take profit? Yeah, I want to either manage the trade, if I'm selling, mind you, okay? If I'm selling, what we would be doing is taking profit. But with gold, we're to the upside. We're bullish, aren't we? Okay, from Monday onwards, from last Friday onwards. So the market's still bullish. So knowing these levels, I can say, okay, I'm going to put the stop loss just below these lines and follow through. Okay, and it's important for trade management. Okay, obviously you can do your own thing, whatever turns you on, but because I'm working on time, space, and motion, I'm not just looking at price and thinking, okay, I'm not just looking at volume and thinking, okay, you know, I'm looking at price, time, motion, time, space, and motion. So I've got 3-dimensional, and the motion is the PST. This is why we can see markets breaking out. As you can see here, I had this well before the market broke out. See, this is the weekly, okay? I was already broken out in the beginning of the week before the market broke out on the price. That's why, that's the motion. So I've got time, space, motion, the drive. And you can see things before they happen. And if you can time them, then it's going to be bingo, innit? So I hope that covers your question. Just to put it in a nutshell, identify your entry zone. Okay, that's where you're going to get in terms of your pricing. Then align yourself with the swing day, with the trade hours vertically, right? And then you've got your 2 dimensions of time and price. Then you enter with your money management and you target your trade all the time. Then you should be just fine. All right, have a great week upcoming for next week, first week of December. See you guys in the videos then.